Stop selling AI services. Seriously, if you're still pitching generic AI agents, content generators, AI automation packages, you are in a race straight to zero. Everyone and their dog is doing that. What if you could have one niche AI agent, one client, one system that could generate anywhere from 1 to 3K a month on autopilot? That's what I'm gonna show you in today's video. How to build your own niche AI agent that actually prints results. And you don't need coding, you don't need complex automations. It's just a simple process of smart setup, smart strategy, and smart sales. And yes, the difference between AI hustle that gets nowhere and AI freedom is exactly one proven niche agent away. How do I know that? My name is Tom Gaddis, and this is a picture of me this past October getting a SaaSpreneur Platinum Award, which is an award you get for actually doing the stuff that I'm going to talk about in this video. I've been asked to speak high-level industry events with people like Kevin Harrington. I show other people how to actually do this stuff and get results. People like Javier. So after months of connecting with real estate managers, he landed a client, a 2K setup plus $1,000 a month for a scraping automation built on N8N. Or Alex, who has closed 2 AI agents, and he doesn't even have a software tool to deliver it. He's actually using the software system that clients already have but don't understand. Let me repeat that. He found small businesses that have a software system. They don't really know how to use it. He just goes in and shows them how to use that system. It's a software called HighLevel. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later in the video when we talk about the tech stack side of this. Or there's Donna, who built an AI receptionist, $12,997 setup fee. Plus, she gets a revenue share of 25% of all sales that come in. One client like that could seriously change your situation, your current situation, and the direction that your life is going, right? And that is what is possible with what I'm gonna show you today. Before we dive in, I want you to do me a favor. If you could hit the like button, hit subscribe. That will let the YouTube algorithm thingies know that you enjoy this content and show it to more people. And also, if you could do me a favor in the comments, if you drop the word niche, I will respond with a link to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. I show you exactly how to set up an AI business. And what do I mean by set up an AI business? Well, look, you don't really have a business until you start making sales. So I show you how to start making sales and closing deals within just 72 hours. And the best part is the whole system is faceless. It doesn't require you to cold DM or cold call or bug family members. It's a system that you can set up in 72 hours that just runs in the background and delivers you qualified prospects that want to talk to you about your AI services. You will also get a special note sheet that I put together for today's training. This is my AI niche agent's cheat sheet, if you will. And when you leave the comment niche below, I will send you the link to sign up to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. When you sign up for that training, again, which is free, you will end up on this thank you page. And if you scroll down here to step number 3, you'll see there's this section called Access Your Free Bonus Resources. If you just click this button right here, it will take you to a document that will have this AI niche agent's cheat sheet, along with several other documents as well that you can use for this. Let's start with why selling AI services doesn't work anymore. I mean, this is a relatively new thing, right? The market can't already be saturated. Well, actually, yes, it can. See, AI makes delivering these services easier than ever for just about anyone. In today's training, you're gonna see that. So the real difference maker is gonna be how can you start these easy conversations to actually present your AI services? Because when ChatGPT launched, I mean, you could charge $500 just for building a chatbot. But today, every client already knows someone who can do it cheaper, or they've seen a YouTube tutorial showing how to build it themselves. So if your offer sounds like, we use AI to automate your business, or we'll create content using AI, you're done. It is too general. The market has already moved. What's winning now are specialized niche agents. These are automated systems built for one specific business type, solving one recurring pain that you can plug in again and again. So a niche agent just isn't an AI bot. Think of it like a mini solution in a box. Here are some examples. You could create a home service lead follow-up agent. This is an agent that instantly texts new inquiries from Google or Facebook ads. It would ask qualifying questions like service type or zip code and automatically book an estimate or service call on the calendar. That would be very valuable to a home service type business. Or you could have a niche agent like an HVAC maintenance schedule. So this would be an agent that reminds their past customers when it's time for seasonal tune-ups. It could book appointments, it could collect payments, all automatically through text, chat, or you can have a roofing or lawn care quote assistant. This would be an agent that gathers property details, sends photo upload requests, and generates instant quote ranges before handing off hot leads to sales reps. Now, these are not random projects. These are real problems that real businesses face that they need help with. For example, when you solve one problem, and it has a dollar outcome associated to it, right? Faster response times mean more booked jobs and fewer leaks in the pipeline to the business. That's what makes them scale and why they can easily earn $3K per month per client, or pay you $3K per month per client, I should say, because they're seeing their revenue go up and they can see the value, the return on investment they're getting. Instead of thinking like, well, what can I do with AI? What I want you to do is start thinking, what does this type of business that I'm looking to help actually need help with? Because business owners, they don't care about prompts, they don't care about models, they care about outcomes, right? They are busy running their business. They don't have time to learn all this AI stuff. They probably know it's important, they need it, it could help, but they don't have time for it. So remember, you're not selling AI automation, you are selling the outcomes, booked appointments, faster maintenance, more maintenance bookings, right? Higher close rates. That is how you turn AI into actual dollars in your bank account. I'm gonna show you how to build a simple niche agent that you can charge anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 per month for. And it's a pretty straightforward process. Now, I know that when it comes to tech and all the different AI tools, there's a lot of stuff out there, right? It seems like new tools are rolling out every day. It can be very hard to resist the lure of all the new stuff that's out there. But I would encourage you to do that. When you're looking to generate real income with AI, you really want to focus on the foundational stuff. And you want to use tech that delivers everything you need to provide for that business owner. So the tool I use for this is a software called HighLevel, an AI operating system, meaning it allows you to run every part of your AI business in one place for a very, very low investment. Usually you can get started for under $100 per month, and it gives you everything you need to not only deal with your clients, but deliver the AI services, and also everything you need for prospecting, which I will talk about here in just a minute, because I think that's the part where most people are really gonna struggle. So I'm inside my HighLevel account. This is what HighLevel calls a sub account. So this is what you would create for your clients. And in this sub-account, you're able to create various different AI agents. You can make websites using AI. You can set up email automations. There's just all kinds of stuff you can do in here. It's also got a CRM, so you can manage all of your clients. It does invoice and payments. You don't need any other tools. We can run our entire business from this one software suite. HighLevel gave me a special link that you can use to sign up for a free trial. You'll find it in the description of this video as well if you want to check out HighLevel. And if you haven't, I recommend that you do. So let's talk about how we build this AI niche agent. So the first thing you want to do is choose your niche. Now, I recommend in the beginning that you focus on niches that are easier to reach and work with. And in my experience, those are the local niches like roofers, plumbers, landscapers, or HVAC pros. So they are busy running their businesses, right? A lot of them are owner operators, meaning they own the business, but they're also out there in the mud day to day doing the actual jobs. This creates a lot of issues that they need help with, meaning when a plumber is under a sink dealing with a leak and his phone goes off with a new client, or a new potential customer, he can't always answer it because he's working on the job. And this means a lot of times he loses that job because the bigger plumbing companies, they have staff on hand to answer those calls. And most people are just going to keep calling until someone answers. For these plumbers that are actually owner operators and they can do a very significant amount of business each year, they would really get value from somebody that could help them solve that problem of those missed calls, or maybe they don't have staff to take calls after hours. I recommend you start with them because most of them know that they have this problem, but they have no desire to try to fix it themselves. They would just much rather pay someone to fix it for them. So when you're thinking about these types of businesses, just ask yourself, what's one repetitive task they hate but they can't ignore? Maybe it's chasing quotes, maybe it's following up after inspections, or it's scheduling reminders, right? Whatever it is, maybe it's having calls answered after hours. That is your niche agent opportunity. So once you identify that problem, all you have to do is build your niche agent. And HighLevel makes this super simple. Look, I'm gonna go over here into my HighLevel account. Down the left-hand side, I'm just gonna go to this AI agent section. I'm gonna click on Voice AI Agent, and I'm gonna show you how easy this is to build an agent. We just click this big blue Create Agent button right here. HighLevel has agents that are already built that you could choose from. So let me show you this real quick, and then I'll show you how we can build one from scratch. Let's say that you're really not a techie person and you're super nervous about building one from scratch, even though it's super easy. Well, you could just hit continue here and you'll see these are a lot of AI agents that are already built, most of them free. Let's say that we were reaching out to a plumber. I could just search for a plumber and look, here's one already built. A plumber VY agent. It's actually free. If you click on this, it will show you exactly what this agent does. This is for lead generation, live chat, calendar and scheduling. It shows you all the stuff that's in here. You could just load this in and use this as is, or you can just make your own. And let me show you how easy it is to create a custom agent. So we just click in continue. Once our agent pops up, we can give it a name. So I'm gonna call this Plumber Agent 007. And then you would put in the business name for this. I'm just gonna do Plumber Demo 007. So here's a little tip. If you're sitting there going, well, how do I learn how to do all this stuff? I don't have any confidence in creating these agents. Here's what I would recommend you do. Create a demo agent just like you would for a real client. Maybe just pick a random plumbing business in your area and just build an agent for that business. That way you'll learn the process, how to do it. And then at the end, you could even reach out to that business and say, hey, look, I've been learning how to build AI agents. I actually used your business in my project to build my first agent. I thought you could go check it out and tell me what you think. if this were an agent working for your business, would it be good? Is there any changes I could make? Would you just mind reviewing it for me and letting me know? That could very well end up in a sale, right? Because now you could say, look, I don't need this agent. Do you guys just want to take it over for $100 a month or whatever it is, right? $1,000 to $2,000, it could be very worth that. So just using that approach of someone who's learning this, and I used your business as an example, can you go check it out for me? Could work really well. So you can select different types of voices. You can select the language that you want. You can also select the large language model. In the beginning, I would probably stick with just using the usage. But if you start using an AI agent a lot, HighLevel has a great unlimited AI agent plan that you can just pay one fee and then you can charge clients whatever you want and they get unlimited usage. Here's where you can adjust your message. So I'm going to say, hey, you've reached the plumbing 007 agent. So now that I've got these things set here, I'm just going to click next, and it's going to take me to the agent goals. There are a couple of things you can do here. This box right here, you see where it says select knowledge base. It can be a website. It can be spreadsheets. It can be frequently asked questions. It can be documents like PDFs, training manuals, content you paste into it. But a knowledge base is a collection of the information that the AI agent uses to answer questions and know what the heck it's doing. So one of the nice things about HighLevel is you can create knowledge bases independent of agents and then just connect them with various agents. So like I have a knowledge base here that I've already created for After Hours Plumber. Anytime I go to set up an After Hours Plumber, I can just select this knowledge base and I don't have to go through and train every single agent every time. I can just have knowledge bases that I can connect to various ones. This allows me to easily set up agents for new clients and to scale this effectively. Now I'm going to show you how to create a knowledge base here in just a second, but we can tell it what details we want it to collect. Now, this is just the basic setup. You can also switch to advanced mode, which allows you to put in individual prompts, custom things like that if you want. We're just going to collect name and email with this agent. And then I'm going to go to next. And this part is where we can set up how people interact with our agent. If I want, I can purchase a phone number so that when someone calls it, this agent interacts. HighLevel sells these numbers very inexpensive. They're like $1. You can set these numbers up. When someone calls the business that you're dealing with, that call can be forwarded to the AI agent. If the business owner doesn't pick up, very, very easy to do in the system. You can also set this up so that they can interact with this agent via a chat widget like you see right here. If you click this button, you can actually talk to this voice AI agent through your website microphone and systems. So this is pretty much the agent set up. The only thing we haven't done is train it. So let me save this agent and then let me show you how to set up a knowledge base real quick, because you may think this part is complicated. You have to know a lot of super specialized information, but you don't. You can mainly do all of this just with copy and paste and online. I'm going to go over to the knowledge base section, and this is where I can create the knowledge bases I want to use. So I'm just going to click create knowledge base. We're going to call this plumber 007, and this is my demo bot knowledge base. And I'm just going to click create. I can add whatever I want to this to do this. So look, there's web crawler. This means I can add a website. So let's say that I go in here and I look up plumber Las Vegas, and I find a plumber that I'm like, wow, I think this Hips Plumbing looks pretty good, right? Well, I could go to their website. I can copy their URL, and then I can go back to my knowledge base and I can just click add source, web crawler. I can put in this URL and I can tell it to only go and look at this page, or I can tell it to do all the URLs on that domain right here. And then I just click extract data. And now it is gonna go through and scan that website. If you're using this knowledge base and someone asks a question about anything on here, that agent will be able to answer it based off of all of this stuff that's already here. So I didn't really have to do anything. Now my agent knows about emergency plumbing, general plumbing, water heaters, leak detection. Like, it knows all of that instantly because it's scanning this page. I can also add frequently asked questions. So if you have a client and they're like, look, we get this question all the time, you just add those in here and then the agent knows how to answer. You can put in tables, rich text formatting. So if I just want to go to a site, like let's say I just want to go to general plumbing, I find a website and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good information about general plumbing. So what I can do is I can just copy this and I can just paste this right in here. So I'll call this general plumbing. And I could just go and find various plumbing websites where I like the information they have, right? And I could just say, all right, well, I'm just gonna copy this, pop this right in here. And now it will use this information to answer questions and stuff like that as well. So you can see again how easy this is. Very simple, copy paste. Just you can have your client provide you with any types of manuals they have. If they have them, all of that stuff they can give you. You can just upload here in the file upload. You can add PDFs, Google Docs, all kinds of things in here as well. Then I can go back to my AI agent and I can go to this one and let's just go to agent goals, and you'll see in here, there's that knowledge base I created. I just select it and save. And now this agent is trained on that knowledge base. You see how simple that is? Setting these agents up is super, super easy. Training them, nothing complicated at all. You can also automate follow-up so that you can set up workflows. So when the chat agent gathers a lead, it'll send it to the CRM and trigger an SMS or an email follow-up message to you and the client. Then you can create a notification to the agent or sales rep. So that's it. That is your first 1 to 3K per month agent. Now, how should you price this? Well, I've kind of found the sweet spot to be anywhere from $1,000 or $1,500 to, $2,500 for the initial setup fee, and then anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month for ongoing optimization and hosting. So most of your costs in this model are fixed. So the profit margins can be upwards of 80% because once your agent is built, adding another client just means cloning that agent and workflow and using it for that client. Maybe adjusting the training a little bit. And that's another great thing about HighLevel is it allows you to easily clone and duplicate your agents so that you can scale this and build it for other types of things. Just adding a client just means cloning the workflow. Let's talk about selling these agents, because this is the part where I think the majority of people are going to struggle. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, creating these agents is easy. Everybody can do it. So how are you actually going to get attention? How are you going to get a real business owner to actually listen to you talk about your agent and how it can help them? They're going to be bombarded by messages trying to sell this. I have a process for selling these agents that allows you to skip cold direct messages. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any cold calling, and you don't have to show up to any live networking events. In fact, this is a faceless prospecting system that you can just set up and it will run in the background and it will deliver prospects to you that are already interested in what you have to sell. Prospects that want to hear about your AI niche agents. Let me show you how I do this. I actually built a special software that loads into HighLevel that allows you to set up this prospecting system super, super quick. And here's what the software does. It allows you to create a local community resource website very quickly, a directory site right inside of your HighLevel account. This is a base installation of the directory site. The only thing I've done here is added this shot of the Vegas area, and I've put in some Vegas businesses so that this site looks active and look what it's doing. This entire process took me about 45 minutes to an hour to get it to this point. But you can see this site looks really good already. And here's how the prospecting system works. Whenever we identify like a business that we want to sell a niche AI agent to, maybe we find a plumber who doesn't have an AI agent on their website, I just go and add them to this directory site. Now, you can add people individually, you can add them in bulk. It doesn't really matter. To add a business, all we have to do is upload them to this HighLevel sub account, and then we just give them this tag business. You'll see here's a bunch of businesses that I actually use the HighLevel prospecting tool to pull in, and then I gave them listings on my directory by simply adding this business tag. When I add that business tag, it instantly gives them a listing on this site, and then all I do is fire out an email. Actually, I don't do it. The software is automated to do this. Once the business is added, it sends them an email like this that says, hey, I'm emailing you because your business has a free listing on my new local community resource website. I just want to make sure, since this is live online, that we have your correct business information. Here's your business information, and this is all custom to the business. Can you let me know? Simply reply yes if this is correct, or if it's not, tell me what I need to change. Now, when a business owner responds yes, then we just reply back and say, hey, great. Thank you for confirming your info. We're excited to get this site up and off the ground. By the way, while I was setting up your listing, I noticed that you don't have any way for customers to interact with you in real time on your website. This is something a lot of your competitors are doing that I think you're missing out on, and it's costing you business. I shot a quick little 3-minute video showing you the issue and how to fix it. Do you mind if I send that over? Or you could say, hey, I actually help businesses fix this problem. Do you mind if I send you over a link to see my demo AI agent so that you can take a look at it and see if it's something you might be interested in? So again, this directory site is used as the conversation starter. You're not prospecting as a marketing agency. You're coming at them as just a local person who's looking to help small businesses in the area. You're delivering value right out of the gate. Now, the way I connect this to my AI business is I just tell people, if they ask, I say, well, look, I built this directory site because I build AI agents for local businesses, and I just wanted to help businesses in the community. So this is an initiative of my AI business where we set up this site, we give people free listings, and we just help them get more exposure. And if we can help them with AI agents and things like that, we do that as well. We're not trying to hide it. We're not trying to fool anybody. This is all very upfront. We're just a person in the local community looking to help local businesses. There's a bunch of other stuff in this software that I'm not going to go into, but this is the Smart Directory AI dashboard. In your HighLevel account, you'll be able to manage businesses that claim. There's a bunch of automations where you can have free and paid listings on here. So once let me go over here to the pricing page. So you can charge for upgraded premium listings, and there's all automations around this. It does it all automatically. Also, we have this voice AI agent custom built into the directory system. So this agent can actually interact with the listings on the site. So I can go here to the website, click this button. This AI agent can add my business to the directory. It can claim my business for me. It'll even try to sell me the premium upgrade. It will book a strategy session if they want to talk about how to set up an AI agent. So it does all of the question answering and selling for you. And if you've been trying to figure out how to use outbound voice AI in your prospecting system, this directory edge, as I call it, gives you a huge leg up, because as you may or may not know, the biggest issue with outbound voice is you have to have permission. If you're outbound voice dialing without permission, you're just asking for a lawsuit. So we've built permission into the directory software. When you message a business and say they have a listing and they claim their listing, When they claim their listing, they actually check a box giving you permission to outbound AI voice dial them. So here's how this process goes. Watch this. You add a business to your directory site. They then get this email telling them they have a free listing and to confirm their information. After they do, they get an email saying, please claim your business. That way you can edit it, lock everything in, make any changes. When they claim their business, they give you permission to outbound voice AI dial them. So the next day, your AI outbound agent calls them to just check in on them, make sure they did everything right. It offers to sell them the premium package upgrade or book a strategy session with them. Again, this whole process happens in the background without any input from you. It's all automated. All you have to do is add the list of businesses. We've talked about how to set up the agents, what the opportunity is, and now how to effectively sell them without being a salesperson or having to do any high pressure stuff. So here is your homework. Stop chasing AI shiny objects. Pick a niche, solve one painful problem, and use HighLevel to turn it into a recurring monthly client for anywhere from 1 to 3K per month. That is your 3K month building block. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and comment niche below, and I will send you my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. This is the full system to close your first deal in 72 hours, and you will get the doc from today's training. To do that, when you leave a comment below, comment niche, I will send you a link to sign up for this free training. You will end up on this thank you page. When you scroll down to step number 3, you will see access your free bonus resources. Click this, you will find this AI document, this AI niche agent checklist that goes over the foundation, how to pick your niche, how to design your agent, how to build it all out in HighLevel step by step, plus how to sell it. You will get this along with a bunch of other bonuses as well. So let's make this year the one where you own your AI business, not just sell services. All right, my name's Tom Gaddis. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe, everybody.